These are the people who did not give up.
Wake up every morning to a new day, new beginning. Just keep going.
Even when they lost nearly everything.
That's when you know, okay, it can't get any worse.
Or had nothing to begin with.
Why am I living somebody else's dream and not fulfilling my own?
They had a purpose, an idea, and they found a way.
You have to be willing to put it all out there.
Since 2018, we've told you their stories on TV. Now it's time to break out of the box. A new set of entrepreneurs.
My dream has always been to own different businesses.
New challenges to overcome.
Business is business, but first thing, our mission is to save lives.
But this time, we start at the beginning.
I'm not going to go just work in an office and go 9 to 5 every day and show up and do the work I need to do. It's like, this is all just purely mine.
Their stories, their risks.
I think it's a pretty huge chance, but it's worth it for the greater good.
And their success in real time. This is Southwest Florida Reinvented, moving forward.
There are days where it is very frustrating, and I'm like, what did I get myself into? But I know that people are responding to what we're doing, and that has been like the greatest thing.
Hey everybody, we are going to start episode 11 in my house because this episode is all about the most important days and the most important people in our lives. This is true. The day this episode started streaming is the 15th anniversary of my wedding. Easily one of the very best days of my life. And I was thinking about that day as I walked up the stairs in this Bonita Springs home. The two young women I was about to meet have come to think of their friendship and new business partnership as a turn of fate. All the stars seem to be lining up. It's a casual start to the day, this meeting in the kitchen to talk about what needs to be done, but the date on the calendar doesn't really matter because one thing is always at the top of the list.
I want to create an experience that makes someone else's life better.
Growing up, it was really the only job Martha Perez ever wanted.
And luckily at FGCU, they had an event management program.
And it was in that program where she met a kindred soul in Megan Hersom.
I liked making people happy, and just seeing them celebrate their life's moments.
It's a big competitive business in Southwest Florida. There's a lot of money in hospitality and event planning. And so after graduation, both women went off on separate journeys to start their careers. Martha was working at a catering company in Naples, and Megan was at a hotel in Vanderbilt Beach when the pandemic crushed the entire industry.
I was laid off from my job.
Did that happen pretty much right away?
Pretty much right away, yeah. It was supposed to be temporarily, but since so many businesses were going through a hard time, it became something permanent.
The same thing happened to Megan, and after the initial shock and pain and worrying about what was going to happen to their lives, separately, the two old college friends had the same thought.
Am I going to continue working for other people's dreams, or am I going to start making my dream a reality?
That's about around the time when Martha and I reconnected.
It started with a conversation over coffee.
I knew I didn't want to do it alone. I wanted another business partner.
When she suggests that you guys start a business together during a pandemic, did that sound crazy to you?
We still wanted to take the chance because we didn't see any other options besides believing in ourselves.
Their first idea was to create at-home party packs so people could set up small socially distanced events in their house. But they scrapped that because they realized they could offer something bigger, something more significant. Valor events.
In our conversations, we realized that there was a great need in the Spanish-speaking community. Sometimes due to the language barriers, people don't feel comfortable approaching a professional for help. Although they do believe that they need it, they don't know how to communicate with that person properly.
The reason why we settled on valor is valor in Spanish means values. in the hospitality industry, your values are everything to you. So when we created these values, we wanted to be inclusive of everybody. That's like the main reason of creating our company, you know?
You get a little emotional talking about it?
Yeah, I always get a little emotional. The business means everything to me.
Because they don't see this as just a business. It's a way to give people something they never knew they could have, a professional, authentic, yet affordable wedding or party or event. They did their first wedding in January.
So we're celebrating our launch here at Seasons 52 in Naples, where Megan and I first met.
And they launched Valor in March with the belief that everyone should be able to celebrate the most important moments in life.
I want to give back to the community. I want to lift others up with myself as well.
Just starting out, what are you doing to let people know that you're out there?
So for Megan and I, you know, it's easy to get into event planning. You basically need $0. However, Megan and I knew we needed to invest in marketing, and we have just been creating content, filming videos, just sharing that all over social media.
We want to share the heart of Valor events.
Martha and I wanted our company to embody what we care about most.
And we have gotten so much response through that. And so that's a big thing that we've been doing, and it has left a big impression on people. People see that we have invested not only our money and our time into our marketing, and they take that into account and say, you know, we want to work with them just because they have seen our work ethic in regards to that. So we do that, and then, yeah, just friends and family. So far, most of our clients have been friends and family, and that's always, you know, the people who support you first. And from that, everyone else has just been coming.
I don't even think we would be at this point, you know, at this point, but with everything that has come into play with us doing the bridal blast at Hertz Arena about a month ago, and then us doing all of our marketing and just really just putting ourselves out there and networking with anybody who is willing to talk to us, is really what has pushed us forward and has drove our business to the success that it has been. And I'm just so thankful for everyone that has reached out to us or has even mentioned our name to like their family or their friend or, you know, a person in passing.
Right now, I guess the immediate goal would be to build our experience, build our portfolio, work with as many people as we possibly can. But this is just kind of phase one for us. We don't just want to stay in this kind of market. We want to expand, and we have goals for our future, and such as, you know, owning a venue and doing merchandising items for events. So those are, you know, long-term goals, but right now we are focused on phase one, and we know that one day we'll look back and, oh, we started, you know, just doing small events in Bonita Springs, and then, you know, we have products all over the nation. So we're starting small, but we have big picture in mind.
There you are.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm well. I'm well.
That's Fabio Tagliasacci. We met him in episode 3. He had a near-death experience a few years back that made him realize when first responders get to an emergency situation, they have no idea what a person's medical history is if that person can't tell them. So Fabio created C Alert. It's a wearable pendant with a QR code that, once scanned with a cell phone, will link to medical information the owner wants to make shareable. When I met him back in February, Fabio told me he was working on a COVID vaccine update, and now it's ready.
Well, with the C Alert profiles, now a member can store their COVID proof, regardless where they get it, even what nation they get it in. That document can be scanned into their profile, and they can have it with them whenever they need it. The issue is that a lot of the systems that are being talked about and in some cases implemented rely on a database. And the databases, one, they don't all talk to each other. It's just part of a large disconnected group of collectives, right? So with Sealer, we eliminate all of that because the member controls the proof. They just take a picture of whatever document that is given to them. For instance, many people are using the CDC document, but many states are not. They have their own document, and that doesn't even count foreign countries. So the way we designed the system was to be uber flexible.
I also want to ask about these new representatives that you have outside of Florida. What is that?
Oh, our brand ambassadors. These are people that one, love what we're doing, and there be boots on the ground that they can go to groups or to individuals and actually demonstrate the Sealer working. You know, it's one thing, you and I and the news and social media, we could talk about it forever and a day. But I can tell you from personal experience, when you walk up and say, oh, this is what it does, and you pull out your ID, flash it with your phone, and everything shows up, it's done. And people want to see that. They like to see that. There's nothing like that in-person demonstration. So these brand ambassadors, a couple that I've shared with you, one in Texas and one in New York, they're able to do that. So we're heard from a group in Texas that wants a demonstration, wants to have someone come there. So it's more cost effective than me jumping on an airplane and pushing my wheelchair to Austin, Texas. You know what I mean? So, you know, there's a business side of it, but also it's a very personal side, because these are people that they're not just salespeople. They're people that have had issues, or someone in their family has issues. So they're keenly aware of the need that we're addressing.
Is this a sign that the business is growing?
Yes, of course. You know me, sitting still is not an option. My wheelchair doesn't have a reverse.
In fact, there's Fabio in this new marketing video he just had produced.
Just to get the word out. You know, I think the biggest thing right now for us, product fulfillment, the quality of the product, delivering what we say it will do, that's not a problem. We've solved all those, you know, steps. And now we just need to tell people we are here, and business will take care of itself. And more importantly, then we'll save more lives, you know, because that's really, at the end of the day, that's what we're about, you know. So if someone in Peoria has a life-threatening event and their membership helps them get through it, then I've done my job, and I feel good as a human being and as a business owner.
That is why I'm here, because I have been through so much, you know. I just want to help women feel beautiful again.
Next week, the heart of a new business owner. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach me at chris.shaw@fox4now.com. You can also find me on Facebook and Twitter. Until next Thursday, this is Southwest Florida Reinvented, moving forward.